Well, hello there, it's the Archivist from TradingCardArchives.com, and I'm back to do the second part of what was supposed to be just a one-part video, but it got really long, so we're going to do it in two parts. But basically the idea is to give you an overview of the SCP Foundation trading card series by Camon, which the first video did. I showed you my binder, I showed you all 9 of the boxes. There are 9 different boxes in that product line, totally different sets, which is cool. I have all of those boxes here. I showed them all. I've only opened 6 of them so far, so 3 of them have never been opened before by me. And we rolled and picked this one, which is the 5 UN box, which this is an interesting set. We'll look at it. We'll talk about that in a minute. But this is what we're going to open in this video. So we will open that. We will look at some cards. I promise it's not just going to be me talking. But also we went and encased one booster from each of the boxes that has been opened in a one-touch. So now these boosters will be kind of, they're not permanent in there, but from my intents and purposes, they are permanently in there. So these are now sort of safely protected for all time and will be sort of stashed away for someone to find someday. Yeah, and we'll do another one when we get here. So I have another one ready for when we get this open, and I have more for when we get the others open. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Before we dig into that, let's see it's ready here. So these are the top cards for the day. They haven't changed much, honestly. This was pulled, this Makima Chainsaw Man card was pulled yesterday, actually, and is still the top card. It's just gorgeous. I mean, she's gorgeous, but also, like, even if you can ignore that, there's some just beautiful foil work done here, up in here. Just it's mind-blowing how good, how like the tech on this card, beyond the artwork, like the tech on this card is incredible. So yeah, this is a great set. This is the KX set. That's just a UR. It's not even like an MR or anything. It looks that good. And then this came out of the Miyazaki's Animation Journey set. And so this is a Nausicaa Valley of the Wind painting card, I guess. This kind of looks like a painting. And it's a DX rarity. This was the promo in that box. It's very thick. And it's numbered to 399, so kind of a cool little treat there. That's number 2. So maybe we'll find something better in here. I'm not sure. But let's get this opened. And then as I open it, I'll kind of talk about what it is. So this is Camon's. I think this is what they produced after they stopped making SCP Foundation cards specifically. And I'm not sure if they grew a conscience and just decided to stop stealing, or if they just wanted to create something that they could really own themselves. But what this is their own creation based on sort of the SCP mythos. So this is still going to be like SCP adjacent, and let me get this off. And personally, me and a few other collectors consider this part of the SCP product line. Even though, as you can see here, it actually has a different name. It's technically, this is the Abnormity, that's not spelled right, but that's typical. Abnormity Hunter League. So, Camon would want you to say this is not SCP, this is Abnormity Hunter League. But I think we all know this is just a follow-on to their SCP products. But it does have completely different artwork. And it won't, I don't think it will be having like SCP numbers on the cards. Like, I don't think it's going to be like, SCP-092 or something. It's going to be all made up things that they did themselves. And then this is sort of going through the set and what you can expect. So there's SR rarity cards. I'm not sure how many. That's 6 isn't. That's not how many, I don't think. Oh, it might be. It might be that there's 6 SRs. There's 9 SSRs, maybe 8 UR, 5 LR, 9 MLR. I don't think that's right. I think that means something else. I haven't translated it. Those are ER and LRS. But probably there'll be a full set list in here. Camon usually gives you a complete set list with their boxed product. There's another look at it. Yeah, so, and then you can see it's got completely different numbering too. So all the SCP cards are YCSS something, but this is LYL. So again, different stuff, but we're going to consider this part of the FCP product line. Okay, so let's get this opened if I can. It's always a lot trickier than you would think. Oh man. And Camon is not the most famous producer of trading cards. You know, obviously Kaio would be, and then Little Dinosaur would probably be like second famous. But Camon should be third, I think, because they make, honestly, quite a few sets. So they make all the SCP cards, what they used to. They don't make those anymore. That's one of the reasons I feel kind of comfortable showing them, because they won't make any money if you buy them now. The vendor or someone is making money, but Camon won't make any more money from that. They got their money a long time ago. So you're not feeding that machine anymore. This looks really cool. I like it. And then in here, we've got all the packs, which I guess there probably should be 20 of those in there. Doesn't look like there's any kind of hit pack or set list, though, which is surprising. Usually you get a full set list inside this box, but I guess we're not getting that today. Packs look great. They all look just perfect, pristine. Love it. They're not bent or anything. I'm trying to find a good one to encase. Maybe the other side. Here. They all kind of are bent at the bottom, but I think that's probably the best I can hope for. Let me put that back. Like I said, even though this isn't, you know, technically SCP, it is definitely SCP adjacent. So I'm going to encase it here. And yeah, we're going to cap off. So it'll be like that. Okay, and then we've got that is now sort of forever protected, but we're not going to open that one today, obviously. That's over there. But we need to pull a pack to open today, so let's pull this one, and from over here. How about? I shouldn't close that because I'm going to need to put it back. Let's put these on the table here, like this, and this. And then we can use random.org to pick which one we're actually going to open up today. So what I'll do is I'll go over here. And random.org is set up now to roll very random dice from numbers of 1 to 3. This will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3. And we're going to throw out the first 2 results and keep the third. So here we go. First roll is 2. We're going to throw that away. Second roll is 3. Also thrown away. And the third roll is 2 again. So this will be the pack we open today. Let's go back in the box. And we'll just put that back on the shelf. And I'm not sure what I'll use this for, but you know, we'll use it for something someday. So for now, it goes back on the shelf. We're going to open this one and take a look. Let me get my video feed back up. I can make sure sometimes I take things off camera if I don't have the feed right in front of me to look at. So, oh wait, I should look at the pack before we open it. I can't really, nothing on here I can read, sorry. I will like scan and translate all this for the review, but for now, you can see it's the LYLM1. And I don't, like I've said before, I don't think they ever made anything else in this product line, this Abnormity Hunter League line. I think it's only this LYLM1 5 UN box. I think that's the only box. There's no 2 UN, no 1, nothing like that. It's just this And then looking down here, we see we're going to get 7 different rarity levels. The SR will be the base rarity with 36 cards, then SSR with 30, UR with 24. So that's mostly what we're going to see. And then LR and above is going to be pretty rare, I suspect. Probably, 3 or 4 in the whole box, maybe. But there's 16 LRs, 8 MLRs, 3 ERs, and then 8 LRS. And I guess you can kind of see sort of what they are here, but it's hard to see without having the full card. So why don't we get going here? And I'm trying to see if there's anything else to say about this pack. Not really. The only thing that's neat is there's actually texturing on that. It's not just mirror foil, which is pretty cool. But Camon does do some... They don't do as much as Kaio does as far as like advanced printing tech, but they have some tricks that are different, and they always do like weird stuff. It's kind of what I love about this company is they're always off the rails. Like they'll use glitter on things that shouldn't have glitter on them, and it's yeah, they do a lot of goofier stuff, and that makes me happy. So I like to see that. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to let's see. Okay, so I'm going to put this down here maybe, and we'll just look at them one at a time because I just don't know. I don't know what the hit order or anything like this is going to be. So this is the Jersey Dragon, which, if I had to guess, is some sort of mythical monster that someone actually believes in. Because I'm guessing that what they've done here is instead of stealing SCP ideas, they've gone into like folklore, and they're stealing like folklore concepts, which are, it's not stealing at that point because that's public domain things. The artwork's probably not public domain, but that's just them. So here's what the card looks like. Actually, really looks great. I love the texturing on the border here. And then also, again, that foil in the background isn't just flat mirror. It has a refraction, a texture on it. And that's what's making this kind of have these like refraction rays going through it instead of just being a mirror surface. The card is also curved. That's kind of why you're getting that too. But yeah, it looks cool. Why don't I pause here and look up what the Jersey Dragon is, and I'm kind of curious to see if that's actually something from folklore or just something they made up. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna pause here. Yeah, okay, so that seems to be exactly what they've done here. So this Jersey Dragon, I had never heard of it, but apparently it's well known in the east coast of the United States. It's a mythical creature said to exist near South Jersey, I guess. Don't know where that is. But it's like a cross between a horse, a goat, a dragon, a kangaroo. It's like a cross between everything. I'm not sure who came up with this idea, but the Wikipedia page on it is huge. But it's not an SCP, so I'm starting to think like, I don't know, should this be considered SCP or not? I'm not sure anymore, but I probably still will keep it with the SCPs just because it really feels like something that Camon made at the end of that product line, and it's like their transition from making the kind of illegitimate bootleg cards that those are into somewhat legitimate licensed product, which they now make. So they make some of the low-end Disney cards. They make the princess ones. Those are fully licensed, and they make those. And they also make a set of Marvel cards that is not Hero Battle, but a different set. I looked at it last weekend. It's a pretty cool set. Like, it's really very well done. But again, legitimate, right? So this is kind of like their move into legitimacy, maybe. So here's a seahorse, and I mean, that one's pretty easy to figure out, right? It's just a seahorse, basically. And it seems like this SR framing is pretty standard. Remember, SR is the base in this set, so these are base cards. Yeah, looks good. Artwork looks good. Although I suspect if I do research, that's probably stolen from someone. Sorry about that. It's just what this company does. I can't do anything about it. Okay, so next up we have That's pretty cute. What is that? That's called a magical cat. Okay, well, I think that's just, they're just saying like it's a magical cat, I guess. Yeah, this is sort of like MetaZoo kind of things. I bet MetaZoo has a jersey. I bet that's a MetaZoo has this. So it kind of feels like MetaZoo type things a little bit. But like that card pops, that foil on there looks really good. Okay, so oh, looks like we pulled an SSR. Very cool looking. But you can see now Camon goes a little bit crazy, right? Like now you're looking at multiple refraction textures, lots of glitter. And then this background here, it's not lenticular, but it's shaded in a way to kind of look like it's 3D. And that's pretty cool. And then what are we looking at? This is called a Greed Thief. The card, unfortunately, is pretty damaged. Honestly, this card looks, I don't know if that's part of the design. I don't think it is. None of the others are like that. But yeah, this card looks like it got dragged through a machine and then kind of shredded on the back. So don't send this one for grading. This would get like a 3 or 4. Wouldn't get a 1 because it's not torn up. Front looks great, but the back is very torn up. And that's called a Greed Thief. And why don't I pause and just see if that's something. And I can go look up that one while I'm waiting. But yeah, I'll pause here and look up Greed Thief. 1 second. No, I can't find anything about something called a Greed Thief, so I'm guessing that translation might be different or something like that. So later on, we'll figure that out. But man, the card looks great. Okay, so here we get with the next one. Ooh, that's pretty. So you are great, like beautiful texture work on the edges there. Look at that. And lovely, lovely artwork. And what's interesting is I noticed as I was looking at the back, maybe Camon is not stealing this art because they have credited an artist on each card, which is fantastic for them. That was a major issue with the SCP cards, is there's not even credit given to the artists. You steal it and you don't even give them credit. It's like horrifying. But here, maybe they still did steal those, but at least they gave credit to the artist. And if Max Minard, I guess, painted that, and they've done a great job with the treatment here. Yeah, wow, this is great looking cards. Honestly, super impressed. That looks, doesn't look better than that. It looks better than that. So I'm guessing, yeah, UR is probably above SSR, but that's probably it. The rest of these are probably just going to be base. But let's take a look anyway. So this is the Green Dwarf. And what's crazy is this card is not bent at all. That is perfectly straight. And it came out of a pack with these bent ones in it. That's weird. There you go. And then for our last, oh no, not our last. We have a few more cards to look at. This is the tail cat, I guess. Cat with more than one tail, but not a 9-tail cat, because that would be a different thing. And again, we've got artist credit here, which very nice. Came on stepping it up. Classy. I like it. Oh, how cool is that? This is honestly very surprisingly cool set. It's not SCP, but it has similar themes, and the cards look fantastic. Like even these base ones look really good. Wisp Traderfly. But yeah, they look almost like Chrome MetaZoo cards to me. That's sort of what they look like, but they're much cheaper. Okay. So wow, that is Abnormity Hunter League by Camon. And we just opened one pack, but we got 7 cards. They all look pretty cool. Seem to feature folklore animals. And then the SSR and UR have really advanced printing tech on them. So okay, I hope you enjoyed the second video here. And yeah, I'm happy to add this to my SCP collection. Again, even though it's not technically SCP, it's going in that group. So, all right, I'll set up for another video. No idea what I'll do next, but I'll pick something cool. I'll be back. See you soon.